how Quintessentially differs from some of the competitors, some of the other lifestyle management firms? Anything in particular you can think of that would be?
How much time do you have,
Yeah,
Michael?
yeah, there you go.
There are a lot of ways.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Aligning Life and Wealth series, where we're making money mean more by aligning it with aspects of life that matter most. We're interviewing what I like to call our life experts, from health and leisure to home security. Their services have a great impact on the lives of many. I'm Michael Conway, President and CEO of Conway Wealth, and today I'm excited to introduce to you Lauren Wilt, U.S. CEO of Quintessentially. Okay, so Lauren, welcome. Thanks for joining us today. Good to see you.
Thank you. Nice to see you, Michael.
Yes, it's awesome. We're going to enjoy our conversation today. So let's kick it off with, so tell us a little bit about Quintessentially and what you do and what your company looks like.
Sure. And thank you. Thank you so much for having me. Quintessentially is the world's leading concierge service. We have been in business for 25 years, and the US business is really made up of three verticals. So the core business, what we're most well known for, is our one-to-one concierge service. So high net worth individuals subscribe on an annual basis to have access to what we call a lifestyle manager. That person coordinates everything in their life. So everything from helping them find a dog walker, where they're going to dinner on Friday night, coordinating an incredible around the world trip to, I need some administrative support. How can you help me? That's the concierge. Within that vertical, we have a myriad of specialists. We have a global network of over 35 offices. Those services are available to individuals, and we also provide them on a corporate scale. So think, an institution or company that is looking after high net worth clients or their top executives who might kind of fall into that category. Alongside our concierge business, we are also a full service travel agency. Um, it- you know, in and of its own right, Quintessentially Travel is a very well recognized global luxury boutique travel agency. Um, the majority of our clients within our travel business come from our private membership business. Within Quintessentially Travel, we sit on the boards of some pretty incredible brands, including Marriott International Luxury Brands, Dorchester, IHG. We're also a part of the Virtuoso Network, which affords our members and clients with incredible benefits, things like complimentary room upgrades, welcome amenities, food and dining, spa credits, kind of you name it. We are there to support our clients' travel. And then the third pillar of our US business, which, less tangential but equally important, is called Quintessentially Experiences. This business was born out of our private clients having, very meaningful life moments that required a bit more event support. So think, child is getting married, 50th birthday party, marquee anniversary. We wanted to have this support team to support those members. Where it's kind of grown over the last decade is really a B2B solution where we're working with luxury brands to help them reward, engage, and attract their most important clients.
Sure. You know what's so neat about this and really our whole life and wealth network, but your business in particular, life is so complex and people are so busy and the kids and business and all this. So solving problems and planning trips and all of the things that you do really takes a burden. It's a checkbox. We'll just let them solve it all. So
Mhm.
it's pretty cool. So you actually said this in my next question. You said Quintessentially is celebrating its 25th anniversary. Um, so what do you think is the key to the longevity of that's a pretty good run in a fairly crowded market. So it's pretty cool. What can
Thank
you tell us
you.
about that?
Well, I quintessentially paved the way for what is a very crowded market now, right? The
Sure.
founders, when Quintessentially was founded 25 years ago, really leaned into that ultra personalization. And while a lot has happened from a technology perspective over the last 25 years, when you kind of scan the market today in 2025, the statistics say 83% of high net worth individuals still prefer to deal with with a person when they're planning things.
Mhm.
They want the human touch. They're looking for highly customized experiences that speak to their passions, their needs. And when it comes to a brand that really gets to know them, understands them, and cares about them, they know that they can trust Quintessentially. So that I would say has been our through line for the last 25 years.
Okay.
And while, of course, we will enable technology and all of the things that are happening today that weren't 25 years ago, um, the personalization is the key to our success.
Gotcha. Gotcha. So if you can go a little deeper for us on how Quintessentially differs from some of the competitors, some of the other lifestyle management firms, anything in particular you can think of that would be.
How much time do you have,
Yeah.
Michael?
Yeah, there you go.
Um, there are a lot of ways. I'll start with the breadth of what we do, right? So, traditionally, when you think concierge, you think restaurants, tickets, and travel. Yes, that's absolutely something that we offer, but we have a myriad of brand partners and support businesses within our network. So things like an educational department for families with very young children to postgraduate level students, and we're supporting them. We have art experts on hand. We have a full property division, whether you're buying, selling, exchanging property around the world. We have all of these different suppliers and different specialty businesses. So we're really looking at lifestyle as a 360-degree picture, not just where are you going and buying an expensive bottle of wine?
Sure.
It's everything else too. What gets you out of bed in the morning? And
Yeah,
then
yeah, yeah.
to expand on that, we've really built a global network. So we have offices all over the world. Our clients are international, and we're with them wherever they are and providing that highly customized service.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Um, this is always fun when I something like this, but can you share an example of a time Quintessentially services truly transformed the client's experience or life in an unexpected way? Some of these stories are kind of neat.
Sure. I mean, that is a big question. So
Yeah,
where
so
to
break
start?
it
I will
down.
say, we've planned things like same day marriage proposals. We've planned multi-generational around the world trips. And we've also helped a lot of our members through some of their harder times in life. So
Hmm,
I think that's really important to note is that the trust is built. So when they are in a time of stress, they know that they can call us. Recent trip that we did that I love talking about is we had a member and their family want to spend several weeks in Italy. This family is kosher. So they wanted to travel Italy, but make sure that every meal was kosher. And,
sure.
that was a feat in and of itself, making sure that, if it was a road trip for one day, there were lunches packed that fit their dietary requirements and they didn't miss any of the, spectacular things that they could see on that trip. And still got to taste and feel a bit of the culture while remaining true to themselves.
As you're talking, do you have a personal favorite place to go to? Like a travel spot? Of all the places you've seen, anything in particular that is a favorite of yours?
There are so many amazing places in the world. I think it
Oh, give me
depends on
2.
the type of trip. So I did a trip to Sri Lanka about 10 years ago that sticks with me today.
Yeah.
2 years ago, I was privileged enough to join Quintessentially Foundation. We do an annual bike ride to raise money for Quintessentially Foundation. 2 years ago, we biked 350 miles over the course of 4 days through France. And I
Wow.
mean, I felt like I was in Beauty and the Beast. The
Yeah, yeah.
chateaus, the lavender fields. It was just a gorgeous trip. And then, followed that trip up with several days enjoying all of the south of France and all the food and drinks that that part of the world has to provide.
Lovely, lovely. And isn't it amazing how you'll never forget. The bike trip, just in particular, to pick one, that will be etched in your mind forever, right? An
Yeah.
experience like that.
The
So,
pain of 350 miles in 4 days as well as a beautiful sight.
yeah, yeah. Well, that's the hard part. We don't want to talk about that part. Um, okay, what is one of the most memorable or logistically challenging travel experiences your team has ever planned, and how did you pull it off? You talked about the one example. Any others you can think of?
Sure. So, very recently, we did an around the world trip by private jet for a family. They're a family of 5, so 3 young children, a 10-month trip, and they require security wherever they go. So, it was coordinating a plan A, a plan B, a plan C, and ensuring that all of the partners around the world were abreast of everything that was required for the family. We also, logistically challenging. This is not the norm, but sometimes we have high profile clients who like to use aliases. And in that case, it's ensuring that everything is prepaid, the amount of, FaceTime that suppliers are having with the client is limited. And then we've done, just your quintessential Paris trip where it's a sketching class under the Eiffel Tower and, a romantic, baguette and cheese lunch. So it really runs the gamut. And what I think we what I know that we do with every trip that we plan is try to understand, why are you taking this trip? What do you hope to get out of it? And then provide some surprise and delights along the way.
That's always fun. I'm a big, cowboy buff, so you have to help
Okay.
me plan a big Western cattle drive, trip, so we'll see. I've been out west a lot, but that's, something you guys can help me with, I'm sure.
Speaking of cattle, we were on a call with a member yesterday who were planning a trip to Switzerland this summer,
Okay.
and they are going to milk cows with their 2 children, and that is very Swiss. So
Yeah,
that will
yeah,
be a
yeah.
fun trip for them.
There you go. There you go. Okay. Um, Quintessentially Experiences has earned a reputation for producing legendary events. What's your approach to creating experiences that are not only exclusive, but also deeply meaningful for the attendees? What can you tell us about
Sure.
that?
I think when we think about the event planning, there are really 3 distinct factors. It won't come as a surprise that personalization is number 1, access is number 2, and then execution. So when we talk about personalization, that is if it's for a private client, we are asking, what are the interests? What are the dreams? What are the aspirations? If it's a brand, what is the ethos of the brand? Everything from what are the scents that we're incorporating in the room to how do we want the clients to feel when they leave? Access is big, so that could be, a special performance by a well-known artist. That could be uh, an event in a museum after closing hours and providing kind of quintessentially calling card of access around the world. And then um, execution, it comes from intuition, right? So understanding and anticipating and being one step ahead of what the customer's needs will be throughout the event, planning for mistakes to happen and what are the backup plans and just for the client and the guests, it just feels like one amazing experience.
Do you ever send people to concerts?
Yes.
Right. Whether it's here domestically or they're going to see Taylor Swift in Paris, what does that look like?
Sure. The Taylor Swift mania was a
Yeah.
big year for us.
Yeah.
And absolutely. So anything we have, I mentioned supply and global network of suppliers when we started the conversation. And really with ticketing, particularly in the US, we have a very strong partner who we go to with everything. And that could be as simple as a regular ticket, but more often than not, it's a VIP experience. Sometimes there are artist meet and greets in there. Taylor was a bit of an exception.
Yeah,
We're
yeah, yeah.
often doing suites. And then, we had a lot of clients a year or so ago that we're using the Taylor concert as an excuse to take a trip with their younger children to another country, and really
Yeah,
building an itinerary around that was a lot of fun. We saw a lot of mom and daughter trips,
sure.
which was very sweet to plan.
Yeah, that's amazing. Um, and when somebody so for the folks listening, when somebody works with Quintessentially, talk to us about how that works. You get assigned one representative from the firm to work with the family or multiple people or yeah,
Yes, that's a great question, and we have a few different levels of membership. What the norm is the individual would be assigned to a lifestyle manager. That person is, think of the center of a wheel with all the spokes that go out. So that person is meant to be the connector of everything in the quintessentially universe, uh, reducing communication with all the different specialists. And that person is assigned to the member based on personality. We do a very robust onboarding questionnaire to ensure that we're providing them with the best person for their needs, whether that's time zones, personality, types of members that that person is very good at. We have, for example, some members with very small children, other members who have no interest in family friendly activities. And, it's a different vibe for each of those lifestyle managers. At some levels of service, we have the ability to add additional lifestyle managers. So think somebody who splits their time between Los Angeles and Hong Kong. The time zones, they require somebody in each place.
sure.
And then also at our middle and most premium tier of membership, we also pair the lifestyle manager with a travel specialist. So those two will work in tandem when there are international trips coming up or, more detailed domestic trips.
Do you guys do anything with Disney? Sending people to Disney and trips around that?
Absolutely. It's a passion point for many of our clients.
So I just got notified by my son and daughter-in-law that we were going to Disney in the fall, and I unbeknownst to
Which
me,
Disney?
Florida.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So I'll have to talk to you about, you know, what that looks like in any ways, we can improve the experience for sure.
That sounds great. We'd be happy to help.
There you go. There you go. Okay, so what's next for Quintessentially over the next 5 years? Any expansions or new services or partnerships on the horizon you want us to know about?
Sure. I love that question and thank you. I would say we are spending a lot of time analyzing and planning how all of the current changes in technology affect our business,
Mhm.
and thinking very carefully about keeping that lifestyle manager connection but empowering them on the back end to be more resourceful. There's so much information and content within the Quintessentially universe. We're excited about that. We, over the last couple of years, have opened two additional hub offices that really support our global expansion in Singapore and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. A very clear reflection on what's happening in the luxury industry. So excited there for Quintessentially USA. We are growing our specialist team to include additional restaurant specialists across the country. Really amping up our member event schedule, continuing key partnerships like we've had for years with Art Basel. And I am excited every morning about the future of this business.
Well, again, it's so much fun to think about and plan these things, right? And something our clients might not typically do, a Formula One racing experience
Sure.
or, anything. It's outside of the everyday, and it's exciting, and it's interesting. So there's all kinds of different things. Um, okay, super. Before we close, what do you feel is the greatest benefit in belonging to a luxury concierge services firm like Quintessentially?
The the most important and finite resource that we all have is time. Our clients are great at what they do. They love their families, they're passionate, and they're the most interesting people in the world. We
Hmm.
help them save time and we have their back. If they're traveling and something goes wrong, don't worry, they can go sit by the pool with a daiquiri. We'll fix it for them. So it's just that the scarce time that they have to do fun things, we'll make sure they're incredible things. And if and when there are issues, we've got their back and they can trust us. So that is truly the value. If um, life is short and we're here to help our clients enjoy it.
Yeah, that's awesome. And to your point before, certainly not of your doing, but things do go wrong. And having a team that you can, something's wrong with the room, something's
Mm.
wrong with the villa, something, things go wrong. And if you don't have somebody to call, it can blow out, it can ruin an entire trip that you planned 6 months for. So,
Yeah, or I mean, let's say the receptionist is in a bad mood that day. Well, don't worry, don't deal with that. Call us and we'll call the GM and get this sorted for you right away. So that's really what we're there to do.
there you go. There you go. Well, great stuff, Lauren. It is great to partner with you guys, and we thank you for your time today. Fun conversation and a great solution for our clients. So, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you so much for having me, Michael. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Thank you. Thank you for joining the Aligning Life and Wealth series and for the impact you're creating by allowing people to best align their life and wealth through your luxury concierge service. You can find this video along with the rest of our Aligning Life and Wealth series on our YouTube, LinkedIn, X, and Facebook.